President Tinubu presented 2024 budget proposal of 27.5 trillion naira to a joint session of the 10th National Assembly. The budget of renewed hope seeks to achieve 8 priority areas that include defense, security, job creation, macroeconomic stability, poverty reduction, among others. He promised that economic aspiration should not be neglected. The president says primary objective is to sustain robust foundation for sustainable economic development. Economic conditions remain challenging both abroad and at home. However, inflation has trended upward due to weak global conditions and structural problems in economy. These and other issues will be discussed today live on Network Panorama from Kaduna Network Center. Join us. Lamatu Lukman Mohammed. President Bola Tinubu has asked the nation's security chiefs to ensure that there is conclusive victory against the myriad of security threats assailing the country. Addressing security chiefs and heads of intelligence agencies at a presidential security briefing at the State House, President Tinubu says while good progress is being made with the elimination of some security threats across multiple theaters, success will ultimately be defined by a final conclusion to the multidimensional menace. In a statement by the Presidential Advisor on Media and Publicity, Ajuri Ngelale, the President pointed out that the country has much investments to make in soft and physical infrastructure, in social security, MSME empowerment, and other growth enablers. He added that his government is pursuing a $1 trillion economy in the next few years, and that the efforts will be undermined without finally or wrapping up the country's progressive onslaught against enemies of progress. He encouraged the security chiefs, saying the confidence of Nigerians in their capacity is rising, and they are appreciative of sacrifice of the servicemen and women. The President emphasized that the armed forces must deliver on his objective to ensure the nation achieves a sustainable production of 2 million barrels of crude oil per day, including condensed states within the first quarter of 2024. Moving on, the Yobe State Governor, Honorable Maimala Buni, today paid a working visit on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. The governor earlier met with the Minister of Police Affairs, Senator Ibrahim Gaidam, and had detailed discussion on the security situation in the state. In a statement by Governor Boni's media aide, Mamman Mohammed, indicates that the governor and the minister both acknowledge the improvement in security of the state, but agreed to explore avenues for improvement. Boni and Gaidam later met the president at the villa in Abuja, where he assured them that the federal government would do everything possible to ensure the safety and security of Nigerians. In their efforts to confront the menace of cyber-stalking threat to life and blackmailing schemes operating in the guise of microblogging pages and contending with the online safety of many, the Nigerian Police Force, National Cybercrime Center, acting on a petition, have arrested 3 in connection with a case of conspiracy, cyber-stalking, and threats to life. Francis Baum reports that the police force also arrested a suspected traffic organ.
Cyberbullying is an act of harming or harassing a person using information technology, while using insulting remarks and threatening messages sent via social media. While cyberstalking is defined as a course of conduct directed at the person, thereby making the person to be afraid. Cyberbullying Cyberstalking and disinformation is a criminal offense in Nigeria, and these 3 suspects arrested by the Nigeria Police National Cybercrime Center are members of a syndicate called Gist Lover Family, responsible for the daily running of Gist Lover Blog, a micro-blogging platform known for cyberstalking, incitement, blackmail, and sundry, which has over the years been a cause for public outcry.
These individuals we have arrested, we have credible evidence to show that they are agents or admins belonging to this particular blog.
Similarly, the force also apprehended a suspect involved in criminal conspiracy, organ trafficking, fraud, cybercrime, stealing, impersonation, deceit, cheating, and identity theft.
The suspect tricked her to enter a code on a POS machine. After the suspect left her place, she noticed that all the money in her POS account has been withdrawn, which amounted to the sum of 21 million naira.
Meanwhile, the force assures that the suspects will be charged to court upon the conclusion of investigation, while also warning against all sorts of partnership that promotes the illegal activities of these crimes. Francis from NTA News.
Industrial sector, boosting agriculture and improving security as well as the economy are the areas to be focused on in the year 2024. These are some of the areas to be tackled according to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in his speech on New Year's Day. Dauda Mohammed report on these and some reactions of Nigerians.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's nationwide broadcast described the year 2023 as a transition period which resulted in a successful transfer of power from one administration to another. The year, which was characterized with the removal of fuel subsidy, described as unsustainable, resulting in the increase of prices of commodities and basic necessities, is necessary for the nation's survival and development, according to the president.
Over the past 7 months of our administration, I have taken some difficult and yet necessary decisions to save our country from fiscal catastrophe.
The president says he is mindful and concerned on the hardship Nigerians are going through due to the removal of subsidy, but assured that the policies put in place will ultimately improve the living standards in the long run.
The time may be rough and tough. However, our spirit must remain unbowed because tough times never last.
Nigerians have mixed feelings on the present situation.
They are talking of the fuel. Fine. If the subsidy is going to pay the country, fine. If it's going to pay the masses for the masses to enjoy, later on, we thank God, we'll adjust.
We are the best to do the best.
We have seen something now improving. Before now, if you go now, Abuja road now, this kidnappers know they come out. So now, we don't get better for before.
The hope is for better days in the year 2024. Dauda Mohammed, NTA News.
With me to dwell more on that is Dr. Abubakar Abdullahi, Economic Department, Kaduna State University. Sir, you're welcome to Panorama.
It's my pleasure.
Now, you've watched that future. How can we improve on our economic development?
We must say the year 2023 has been a very difficult year for most Nigerians. And it affects almost every household in Nigeria. Looking into 2024, we hope to see an improved economic situation and hand in hand with the security situation. And that can be achieved by increasing consumption. If we stimulate consumption, we believe that production would equally follow suit. And that is one. And secondly, we must look inwardly to address some of our economic challenges. I believe that nobody will make your house good for you if you don't do that yourself. I believe we have the capacity to solve most of our economic problems. We have funds sitting idly. Only if we can mobilize this fund to strategic industry or sectors, and then I believe we can. And take, for instance, the issue of Dangote refinery. We are able to mobilize funds locally or inwardly to see how we can address the challenges. There are a lot of funds within Nigeria. Only if we can put in place enabling conditions, I believe we can attract them, and then we'll be able to address most of our economic challenges.
Okay, now that you've spoken about how we can sustain them, how we can maintain them, so some of the policies implemented are not suitable for the country. How can we tackle this?
You see, the problem we're having sometimes with our leaders is we believe policies that work elsewhere may likely work in Nigeria. And particularly when you are talking about economic policies, they deal with human beings, and they are very unpredictable. And to say the least, our reactions to issues, culture, play a significant role in the way we think, we behave, and rationalize our economic actions. So it is not always wise to just borrow a policy and implement it hook and sinker. You have to see how does it align with our own situation, with our own reality, with our own behavior. And otherwise, we might just have a very good policy, but it is going to fail. So we need, when we are bringing in policy, we try to see how we can adapt it to the situation of our country, and to see how our people culturally and behaviorally react to these policies, because what an American, the way he will react to a policy may be different from the way Nigerian would react to a policy. Yes. So we must take that into consideration when we are formulating policy actions, and I think with doing that, we'll be able to solve some of our make these policies successful.
Okay, there are challenges all over the world, including Nigeria. What is the way forward?
Like I've said, Nigeria is not immune to these problems, and most of these issues are as a result of the interconnectivity among countries, trading relation and so on. So therefore, if a U.S. has problem, if it interacts with Nigeria, definitely there will be spillover effect to Nigeria. So that is basic. But one thing we must understand is it is very important you have a sound macroeconomic management team. It is this macroeconomic management that can anticipate, and equally when problem of such arises, they can equally come up with fast policies to mitigate the adverse consequences on our society. We are not saying that problem will not arise, but the ability for the society or the economy to withstand at the lowest bearable economic cost, that is what matters. So I think we should, most importantly, we must have a sound macroeconomic management team. It's very important if we must be able to survive these kind of challenges going forward.
All right. Thank you so much for coming, Dr. Abubakar Abdullahi.
Yeah, most welcome. Thank you.
I've been speaking with Dr. Abubakar Abdullahi, an economist from Kaduna State University. We'll go on a short break now. Panorama. We'll be right back. Staying tuned. Katsina Police Command has recorded tremendous achievement on cracking down criminal activities, resulting in the arrest of over 1,600 suspects for various offenses across the state in the year 2023. State Commissioner of Police Aliyu Abubakar Musa disclosed this during the 2023 end-of-year media briefing in Katsina. Suleiman Kodogi reports.
Like many other states in the country, Katsina State has gotten its share of security challenges ranging from banditry, kidnapping, among other social unrest. Briefing journalists for the year 2023, the State Commissioner of Police, Aliu Abubakar Musa, noted that with the support from the state government and the effective synergy with other security agencies, the narrative is gradually changing for better. He explained that in connection with 938 reported major cases, a total of 1,627 suspects were arrested, while a total of 855 cases have been charged to court and prosecuted.
Over 258 suspected armed robbers, 64 suspected kidnappers, 176 murder suspects, 369 suspected rapists, sodomies were arrested.
The Commissioner of Police further underscored the commitment and determination of the command that led to rescuing of 171 kidnapped victims.
A total of 495 suspects were arrested for various offenses. 67 human traffic victims, neutralized 5 suspected kidnappers, and recovered the following exhibit: 12 AK-47 rifles, over 1,500 live rounds of ammunition.
While appreciating Inspector General of Police for providing required support, and members of the press for their untiring efforts, identified activities of informants as one of the major challenges in the state. In Katsina, Suleiman Kodogi, NTA News.
Former President Muhammadu Buhari has urged all concerned citizens to unite towards ending the menace of drug abuse, which is yielding negative consequences on potential youth in the society. The former Nigerian leader made the remarks during Katsina annual dialogue on tackling drug abuse among youth in Katsina. Awal Haliru has the details.
The issue of drug abuse, particularly its alarming rate among youths and women in Katsina State, is of great concern to the well-meaning indigents. The first Katsina Annual Dialogue is an initiative of Concerned Elders Forum seeking for concerted response to end the menace. Former President Muhammadu Buhari, who is the special guest of honor, pointed out that leaders and policy makers should lead with compassion through investment in youth as future administrators.
I urge all of us to unite and act decisively against drug abuse in Katsina State.
Katsina State government assured continued collaboration with all relevant agencies towards fighting the challenges of drug abuse in the state.
There has to be synergy between the security agencies, the other institutions that we have established, to ensure that we address the issue of drug abuse.
Even through several reports on the drug burden in Nigeria, we keep coming across a constant complaint of the lack of political will. This is neither surprising nor difficult to fathom.
The one thing I will assure the public is we are going to give actions to our words.
The general discussion focused on the need for law enforcement institutions, religious, traditional, and all other stakeholders to fashion out measures of tackling drug trafficking and consumption for the survival of the society. In Katsina, Awal Haliru, NTA News.
Need for recruitment of qualified Arabic teachers for the proper propagation of Islamic religion education in the country has been stressed. These were the views of speakers at a workshop for Arabic and Islamic Studies teachers organized by the National Board for Arabic and Islamic Studies in collaboration with Foundation of Integrated Arabic School and Enlightenment. Dauda Muhammad reports.
The 3-day capacity training for Arabic and Islamic Studies teachers is a comprehensive approach towards improving the quality and introducing new teaching techniques and methods in the areas of Islamic and Arabic studies. Resource persons dwelt on topics in the areas of improving teaching strategies, curriculum development, and integration of modern techniques in Arabic and Islamic teaching.
What we are learning here is something new in our environment or our society.
We've learned a lot. We've learned how to better Islam, how to make the studies of Arabic very, very widespread.
Registrar, Chief Executive Officer, National Board for Arabic and Islamic Studies, Professor Yahuza Suleiman Imam, assured that the board is open to collaboration with organizations desirous of improving the learning and teaching of Arabic and Islamic Studies.
The challenge is a lack of teachers. Now we are appealing to the government to assist these schools with teachers and employ competent teachers to these schools to avoid shortage of the Arabic and Islamic teachers in the state.
Director, Foundation of Integrated Arabic School and Islamic Enlightenment, Malam Ibrahim Hussein, explained that the workshop is expected to boost development of Arabic and Islamic studies, as well as contribute to national development of education in Nigeria.
We want effectiveness of teaching, how the teaching of Arabic and Islamic studies will be more effective, how the teachers will be taught how they use modern pedagogies in teaching.
The capacity training workshop, which was interactive, featured participants drawn from more than 200 schools from across the country. Dauda Mohammed, NTA News.
British Nigerian boxer Anthony Joshua, eager to regain its lost title. These and more with Peter Obio on Sports Update.
British Nigerian boxer Anthony Joshua's promoter Edin Hen says Joshua will fight former UFC star Francis Ngannou in Saudi Arabia in March this year. Francis Ngannou is ranked number 10 heavyweight by the WBC after losing to Tyson Fury last year on a split decision in their Saudi Arabia contest. Joshua looks on to reclaim his titles after losing his WBA, WBO and IBF bet to Alexander Usyk. In football, the 2023 Sani Lulu's Fosla Academy Under-13 football tournament has ended in Ida, Kogi State. The founder of the football academy, Alhaji Sani Lulu, emphasized the significance of the sport, especially football, as a crucial tool for communal peace and development during the event.
Captain for the local team for his trophy.
Drugs.
Captain is here.
They should shun the environmental influence, negative environmental influence.
Before we continue,
take passion in soccer.
Improving the image of the kingdom football-wise, training the children, and grooming them up. Some of them are playing internationally.
Meanwhile, following an upsurge of parents encouraging and enrolling their children into football academy in the country, some parents have bared their minds on this new wave at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja.
So long before now, football was not so important than other sports. But we have discovered it. Now, like you said, every parent wants the child to play football. One, for health reasons, very important. Of course, the second point, it.
Very much unlike those days where parents would say, you must stay at home, you must read your books. Playing for football is usually associated with being a bad boy. That you're a street boy, you're a bad boy. But these days, things have changed.
And lastly, ahead of the 2024 African Men's Handball Nations Cup, which is set to hold from January 19 to 29 in Egypt, Team Nigeria, comprising 28 foreign-based players, are currently in camp. Nigeria will be making their 15th appearance at the championship after the team was in South Africa in 1998, where they finished 4th. With Sports Update, Peter Oibo, NTA News.
Report complete. Panorama today, live from Kaduna Network Center. I am Salamatu Lukman Muhammad. Thanks for watching. Lukman Muhammad.